Hey guys, Rise here from se2gg.com, and I'm back doing some commentaries. I may actually get through a whole group this time. I have all the videos in WMV format, and they actually work when I do them that way, so I'm very excited for a couple of reasons. First, this is going to be a great series of videos. It's the MSL Group C with some favorite players, at least favorite of mine. One right there, Jaedong, who I'm favoring to win, and he's playing against GoGo currently, but there's also Frisian and someone else in the group who I can't remember, but I'll tell you next game when he plays up against them. And I'm just very excited about these games because a whole bunch of players that I like, I know them fairly well, and it should be, and they're all pretty decent players for that matter. I do favor Jaedong in winning these, but definitely the other players will be duking it out to see who'll come in second, well, or could surprise us and beat Jaedong for that matter. Anyway, we got GoGo versus Jaedong, and they're playing on Medusa. Medusa is one of the newer maps. It's a 3-player map, and it's an interesting map because it's got a couple of little quirks to it that make it different. For one thing, it has a triangular type location, GoGo being in the 6 o'clock position, Jaedong being in the 3 o'clock position, and a 11 o'clock-ish position is the third one. So all the bases are equidistant to each other, meaning that no matter what position you're in, the player next to you is the same distance apart. Believe it or not, that plays into some sort of strategery, as President Bush would say. And depending on, map distances, you may have one gameplay versus another, and being the same distance apart, and only one other place that you can actually expand to makes the game a little tougher. I say that because once you expand through your naturals, obviously you know where the other expansions they're going to take are. So there's a lot more battles over that. I think it actually leads to faster paced game than you would see normally on maybe like a map, now I'm going to mention an old map like Katrina or something like that, where you have a basically a protected expansion, that kind of forces a long game right off the bat. Not to mention it's a fairly big map, so you have a lot of time to react and get your forces together. This map, however, is a little different in the fact that the secondary isn't guaranteed. And actually now we see GoGo going out with 4 SCVs, and I didn't even get to mention the fact that there's a ridge behind the bases that you can get to, but I don't, right there you can see it, that's how you get behind the base. You gotta force your way through there, but I don't think that's what he's gonna do, because he's sending out 4 SCVs. It's not a proxy, obviously. It's going to be more like a bunker rush, and a traditional bunker rush. So here we see Jaedong obviously scouting that out. He knows it's coming. He's got his hatchery right there, and he's putting down a sunken in the back of his base. He's also scouted for a proxy in the back just in case. And the bunker going down for GoGo after all, as I suspected. And Jaedong canceling the hatchery. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. He didn't try to fight it off or anything. He does have a sunken in the back of his base, and GoGo actually abandoning in bunker rush altogether. Looks like he's not even going in now. He's just going to head back, and Jaedong thwarted a bunker rush just by canceling his hatchery. Also, in the meantime, he's going for what I would say is slightly faster tech lair than usual, and GoGo is heading back to his base with his 4 SCVs, and Jaedong just going to go back and try to make his hatchery now, but a single SCV kind of delaying that a bit for him. But it looks like Jaedong's going to get that down with not too much of a delay, to be honest. And GoGo, if you look, he doesn't have more than what, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. He had like 7 miners at the time, SCVs mining, and he's not in a really good economic position based on that rush. All he's done is stop the 12 hatch cookie cutter build that Jaedong was doing. So Jaedong in a decent position right now, I'd say, to win this match. But I'm not going to say that just yet. GoGo is producing, a decent amount of Marines right now, pretty steadily, and he's got a good wall. So it's not going to be like a Ling rush is going to beat him. But Jaedong, I'm guessing, is going to go for a Spire and go for a Muta build based off the fact that he had less resources, and lurkers, I find, are in personal play anyway, are more resource intensive than 2-hatch Muta, or even at the time it was 1-hatch Muta, I guess, but now it's back to 2-hatch. So what? And then actually now we see the Academy upgrading Stim for GoGo, and GoGo actually being smart and lifting off here to get that Overlord that I thought was hanging way too close to the edge, but that Overlord going to get out of the way quick enough since those Marines aren't range upgraded. So no loss for Jaedong there, and GoGo trying to seize the opportunity, doing a pretty good job, but not getting it. That Spire not quite ready yet, and it looks like GoGo is pushing forward with that Expeditionary Force. He'll probably have it, and Jaedong losing a couple of links to it. He's probably going to have Stim ready just in time. And Jaedong making Sunkens in his main base and totally ignoring his expansion. He probably figures he's not going to be able to get them up quick enough, and he's going to resign that expansion to that Expeditionary Force at GoGo's. The Spire's up now, and he's going to be making what looks to be 3 Muta, and he's not going to be able to hold that off even if the 3 Muta are ready in time. There's just way too many Marines, and Jaedong's going to lose that hatchery. That hatchery is going to go down without a fight, and GoGo now in a really good position to take this match. Jaedong's restricted right now to a single hatchery and a couple extra larvae from the other hatchery, and GoGo pushing in. I think if he goes behind the minerals, he's actually going to be in really good position, especially with the medic there, to take out the entire drone line of Jaedong, and Jaedong could be screwed. GoGo, in the meantime, his economy, other than the initial harassment, hasn't been touched, but I guess it was a little lower than it normally would have been. Jaedong sending the 3 Muta in and taking out a couple SCVs here, or going to try it anyway. Yeah, a couple going to go down, but only 3 Muta. He's not going to be able to do too much if GoGo is not retarded and has been building up a force back at his base, which he is actually very slow in sending to the 3 Muta list. And now Jaedong sending another Muta to join the 3 there, and GoGo actually going into right after the Sunkens instead, which seems silly to me. But and now he's only got what? Five Marines left, and Jaedong coming back, 4 Marines, and Jaedong actually with a pretty decent Muta force at this time. GoGo trying to take out the Spire, but I think that's silly. I'm not sure why he would do that. GoGo all of a sudden went from being in a good position in my mind to probably going to lose this match. Jaedong has, what, 7 or 8 Muta, and GoGo has 3 turrets in process building, 1 up, 2 up now, and may be able to defend against this. Jaedong going to take down that 1 turret for sure, so down to 2 turrets and a couple of Marines, no medics either, I should mention, and Jaedong has that ledge to use so that he can keep bouncing in and out of the view, which resets the target of the turrets and the Marines, so that's going to just play into his hands with a Muta harass, which I should mention is perfect on this board, and Jaedong, actually I think he just lost a Muta there. Jaedong seems to have, what, 4 or 5 Muta, and a Ling to assault the front base, but he doesn't have enough larvae to produce both ground forces and air forces, so he's probably going to have to just stick to a Muta build since he's only got the single hatchery. So Jaedong surprisingly actually doing a pretty good job of picking apart GoGo's defenses here. GoGo, in the meantime, doesn't seem to have really built up much of a force, and he hasn't put any more turrets down, which is careless. And Jaedong's just going to tear apart this defense and economy of GoGo's very easily. And GoGo is going to lose this match. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Jaedong's Muta harass is nothing to mess with. And the fact is, GoGo's not even making more turrets. And he's only got, what, 5 or 6 Marines and a medic? Yeah, I don't think so. He's going to lose the other barracks, which was too far separated from the first one in the first place. And finally, GoGo putting down a freaking 3rd turret. It's about time. It's at least 8 Muta there, and he's got enough mass to take out an SCV or 2 in every attack. 9 Muta now, and certainly buildings in range of those Mutas that he can... No, that wasn't a turret! That was a supply depot. And now putting down a 3rd turret, but man... It's going to be too late. That turret's not even going to get built. And GoGo, this match is over. He's down to 3 Marines. I don't even see him producing new ones. They must have to run around that whole wall that he's made to come back and join the rest of the group. And Jaedong actually losing 3 Muta carelessly, but I don't think it's even going to make a difference at this point, to be honest. GoGo down to, what, 8 SCVs, a Marine, 2 medics, and a turret. I don't think he probably should have canceled that second medic, but he did not. Out of Marines, down to 1 turret, and GoGo GG's. Jaedong taking the first match in the series, and going to move on to the winners match. GoGo going on to the losers match, obviously. And, man, pretty exciting match, actually. Fairly entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next match. Bye.